Park and Logan Field, game number 2 of the Noblesville Babe Ruth Championship Series. And Perry, we got 16, 17, and 18-year-olds coming up here in just a few moments. They're being introduced right now. But boy, the 13 through 15, we had a whale of a game there earlier.
And absolutely, we did. The first game was great, 9-7. These same two teams played on Saturday, and Mountain State Financial Group won 11-7. So they're Misty Misty Ray's Century 21 has to win 2 games to.
Yeah, so then Misty Ray Century 21 comes into this game at 10-5. Where Mountain State Financial comes in at 13-1-2. So they've got a little bit of a record advantage, but you know, it's like we saw in the first game. It looked like at one point that one of the American Eagle might come back and win that, but they couldn't quite get there, and so it ended up that Bridgeway won that game.
I think we're waiting on the umpires here. Of course, there won't be any national anthem because we played that the first game. So I guess they're going to warm up here, but have you seen the umpires? Are they down there, Brad?
I have not seen them. I can't see them from my vantage point here yet, but they said, okay, Jim is telling us they just passed the truck. So
Elvis is in the building.
Yes, well done, well done. But Mountain State, they will be the home team on the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, players, please pay attention to the Old Glory flying out there in dead center. Please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, they are. Sorry about that.
On plate tonight we'll have Nick Wilkinson.
Mountain State Financial will be the home team for this game, Perry. And you know, you look at these two teams standing out here on the field right now, and their uniforms look very, very similar. The only difference is Mountain State Financial is wearing a dark green jersey in comparison to the black jerseys for Misty Ray Century 21 sheets. So we'll have to pay a little bit of attention out there to who's who. But anyways, that's how things are lining up out there on the field right now.
Stacking up, it looks like in this game, pitching for Concannon in the Mountain State Financial Group is Ryan Beaver. He's pitched 22 innings so far this season, giving up 21 hits, 9 runs, has 28 strikeouts. So Ryan Beaver will be starting number 7.
You know, I think it's actually starting to cool off a little.
Yeah,
bit.
it's much more bearable
The
now.
sun is just about behind the trees, but it's been a obviously a very hot
The first game
afternoon
was
and
hot.
evening here so far.
We're getting ready to get started here.
So Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets will be the visiting team, and they'll be leading off. Sam Kniebel will take the first at bat, takes the first pitch for strike one. This is 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. A little low.
Sam Nebel at the plate to start things off.
Evens it up at 1-1. 1-1. A little bit outside. Hudson Robinson is on deck.
Both these teams, like I said, played on Saturday,
Called strike two.
which Mountain State won.
Well, this great tournament will either end tonight or tomorrow, depending on what happens in this game.
Both things will be here if they're going to play tomorrow. Sam Nebel was 0 for 3 in Saturday's game.
2-2 pitch on the way. A little bit low. That was a hard one to lay off of there. Full count to Nebel. Time is called. Not sure why time was called, but they stopped the play here momentarily.
I think the player asked for it, but the umpire gave it to him, but I think he had a comment to make. So
Full count. That one's popped out of plate, just over us. We'll do that full count pitch one more time here. That's strike three called right there at the knees.
1 out.
One down. Hudson Robinson steps to the plate.
Robinson on Saturday night, he had 1 at bats. He had one base hit, and then he walked twice and scored 2 runs in the ball game.
Ball one on Robinson. 85 degrees here at game time. It's down about 10 degrees from when we started the first game.
Yeah, it was hot. And that old sun was beating on it. Oh,
There's a
base
drive into
hit.
center
Nope.
field.
Caught it.
Just barely. He kind of kneeled like he was going to pray and
Yeah, he
took
caught
that
that.
ball right off the ground there.
Catch out
2
there
down
made
here in
by,
the top of the first.
by Gavin Cox out there, center field.
Blake Struck steps up to the plate. Another high one. That's foul. That's over us and out of play.
Out of play.
Going down toward the creek there. That one bounces in, evens it up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Struck scored a run in the first game they played.
A little bit low, 2-1. Game started at 8:40 p.m.
Foul
Another
ball.
Foul ball. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, these championship games at Babe Ruth level, they have a 2-hour time limit on them. just a little bit outside. You could tell by the look on the pitcher and his body language, he wanted that one. Ground ball to second, scooped up. Over to first, it's 3 up and 3 down.
3 up, 3 down.
So in the top of the first for the Misty Ray Central 21 Sheets team, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in the bases, is no score, middle of the first. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Logan Field. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. And Perry, we got Mr. Everything down in the truck tonight. Jim Wofford, our executive producer director. He's running the cameras. He's doing everything tonight. So thanks to Jim for a great effort. He got out here early this afternoon, got everything all set up, and he's done a fantastic job on the technical side of the house, and we really appreciate it. He certainly makes our job a heck of a lot easier, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Sam Nebo will be pitching for Misty Ray's Century 21.
Depending on the outcome of this game, we may or may not be back here tomorrow night, but
if we are, it's going to be at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Mountain State right now holds the edge in the series. So if they win the game tonight here, there will be no game tomorrow. However, if Century 21 Sheets wins, these two teams will meet again tomorrow night, and that will be at 6 o'clock, and that will be here on Hamilton County Television. So we'll have to just play it by ear and see what happens here. If Mountain States cannot come through with the victory, there'll be another game tomorrow night. It sounds like it'll be just as hot tomorrow night at 6 as it was tonight.
Yeah.
Moving into the bottom of the first for Mountain States, the first 3 batters. Nick Dalrymple, Gavin Cox, and Brian DeMann will be the first 3 batters.
Nick Dalrymple has to play here to start us off at the bottom of the first.
Dalrymple, the hitter, he's a right fielder.
There's a drive into left field. That's going to be over the head of the left fielder. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Dalrymple's going to be into second base, standing up. Boy, he took that first pitch, Perry, and he just whacked that ball, and that thing went all the way to the fence. So Mountain State starting off real good here. Gavin Cox will step in. 1 pitch and a double.
He's a center fielder. That's a ball.
Sam Nebel on his first pitch gives up a double. Nebel looks back. That one's fouled back by Cox.
Foul ball out of play, heads up.
Evens the count up at a ball and a strike.
Cox been at bat 49 times this season. He's averaging 449 at the plate.
Throw back to second. Dalrymple back in plenty of time. You got a dangerous batter up there in Cox, don't you?
Yeah.
Dalrymple gets a lead at second. That one's inside. 2-0. Make that count 1-1, excuse me. Now it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch on
It's
the
going.
way. There's a ground ball right up the middle. Over to first. He beat that out. Great hustle there by Gavin Cox. Is the shortstop. Hesitated just long enough to give Cox a break. He gets an infield hit.
Nice hustle.
And on the play,
Advance the runner to third.
Nick Dalrymple takes third. He was off with the crack of the bat on that one. Brian DeMann steps in. Fouls that one off.
Brian DeMann stepping into the box. 1 strike, no outs.
It's Mountain State threatening early here. See if they're going to play it aggressive here and have Cox running. See if he'll have him running and trying to steal second. Get 2 runners into scoring position. Dalrymple got a pretty good lead at third. There's a ground ball to short. Quickly over to first, and he beat that out. Play at third, no.
1 run scored here.
But Dalrymple does score on the play.
1 run score.
Gavin Cox ends up at third.
Coming up to plate.
And Brian DeMann beats out an infield hit.
2
3
infield-
batters and 3 hits.
Yeah, and 2 of them were infield hits.
Yeah. Nate Harvey steps up to the plate. He's the cleanup hitter. And Brian DeMann easily takes second base with a stolen base.
Harvey's leading RBIs with 19 on the season. This top of the order is very, very good for Mountain State.
Two runners in scoring position, 1 in already. Big swing and a miss there by Nate Harvey.
It's 0-2 now.
0-2. One run in already. No outs.
Base hit.
Single to
Gonna
left
score
field.
2.
Round third, there'll be a play at the plate. No. And on the throw, Nate Harvey takes second base. So we're going to credit him with a base hit. Give him second base on the throw. 2-run score. So that makes it a 3-0 lead for Mountain State. Still no outs.
Mountain State doing a good job swinging the bat here in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, 4 hits in a row.
They're certainly
Started off
not
with a
taking
double.
anything.
Well, they're 13-1-2, so to get to that kind of record, Perry, they got to play somewhat aggressive to go down with 13 wins and 1 loss and 2 ties. Back to second.
It was kind of a little bit closer than it probably should have been there.
Nate Harvey back in plenty of time. 3 in already. Harvey in scoring position at second. There's a little
Another
bouncer
ground ball.
back to the pitcher. He's going to go to first. He gets the out.
That's a first out, but that moves the Mountain State runner
One
to
down.
third base.
Yeah, 1 down. That's going to put Harvey, as you said, at third. And that'll bring Ethan Pierce to the plate. Swing and a miss by Pierce, strike 1.
Pierce has 18 RBIs. There's quite a few guys that are in double figures with RBIs on this team.
Nate Harvey out there at third. That one misses a little bit outside.
Ethan Pierce.
Evens it up at 1-1. Another one out of the zone. Pierce is up there at 2-1.
Championship Monday.
There's a foul ball out of
Foul
play.
ball, heads up, foul ball, out of play.
Makes it a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ethan Pierce. Swing and a
Got
miss. Pierce goes down swinging.
That's second out.
2 are down here in the bottom of the first.
2 outs. We got Josh Malik come up to bat.
Josh Malik, the batter. 1 runner on board at third base. 3 already across the plate. That one's fouled straight back by Malik.
Out of play, foul ball.
Lights just starting to take effect here at the old ballpark.
Yep.
That one's a little bit outside to Malik, evens a count at a ball and a strike.
Malik's got 14 hits on the season here.
Another foul ball out of play. Catcher chasing it, but a little bit far out of his reach. Either would have had to climb the fence or go through a gate to get to that one.
Yeah.
1-2. Josh Malik at the plate.
3-0 here in the first inning.
Swing and a miss.
Got him.
Malik goes down swinging. That'll be the 3rd out of the top of the first. So in the top of the first for Mountain State Financial, they've got 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 1 left on the bases. Middle of the first. Mountain State 1. Sheets coming to bat. You're watching Hamilton County Television. Brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Well, we're back here at Forest Park. Mountain State got 3 runs here in the first inning. They lead 3-0 over Misty Ray's Century 21 Sheets.
Ryan Beaver going to the mound tonight for Mountain State Financial.
Gavin Kenyon will be the first hitter for Misty Ray's Century 21. Kenyon got a triple in Saturday's game. Pop fly here into right field.
Right fielder is there. He's
made the
got it.
catch. So Gavin Kenyon goes down on fly ball to the right field. Flutter, the next batter, he's a center fielder. Fly ball to right field, he couldn't get to it.
Nick Dalrymple out there getting a work out there. Nice effort there, boys.
Dalrymple trying to make the catch out there. Couldn't get this one, got the first one. Pitch by Beaver, it's a little high there. 1-1. Ball inside. Strike. 1-2.
That one's a little bit low and outside.
Ball 4.
And draws a base on balls. Connor White coming up to the plate.
Connor White, the next batter for Misty Rays Century 21.
One away here, top of the second.
Umpire going out to talk to the pitcher, Beaver.
Down to second.
Ball goes
Ball
into
gets
center field.
away.
Good backup by the center fielder out there.
But Flutterer gets the stolen base.
Not sure what the pitch was. I was watching the throw. That one's a ball.
Saying 2 balls right now on Connor White. Back. Overthrown, but the
Center fielder again.
center fielder was playing fairly shallow on that, and so Flutterer was not able to advance. 1 down, 2-0 on Connor White. That makes it 3-0.
Beaver's having a tough time right now finding that plate, throwing strikes. Ball.
One's inside again. Makes it 3-0.
Ball 4.
Walks on 4 pitches. Second walk of the inning.
Timeout called by Mountain State.
Last thing Mountain State wants to do is let this ball, or let this game get too far out of hand.
Yeah. Runners on first and second. There's 1 out.
So far, Mountain State with a 3-0 lead. Had a great first inning. First 3 batters
Base on balls draws up.
reached on, in fact, the first 4 hitters reached on hits. 3 of the 4 scored. This will be Carson White stepping in. He's the number 7 batter. Runners on first and second, 1 down.
There's a
Strike is
strike.
called at the knees.
Strike
Foul
2.
tip.
Brad, it always makes the coach look good when he calls timeout and goes talks to his pitcher and he throws 2 strikes in a row.
Sure does.
So I'm not sure how much it has to do with it, but
There's a grounder to second, just to the left of the second
gonna
baseman.
score a run.
That's going to score 1 run, and we're going to have runners at first and third with 1 out.
Good base hit there.
So Flutterer scores on the play. That gives Century 21 Sheets their first run of the game. Connor White ends up on third base. Carson White ends up on first base with the first hit of the game for Century 21.
So that makes the score 3-1 now.
Isaac Kiner steps up to the plate. Back over to first quickly. White was back in plenty of time, that being Carson White.
Trying to keep him close, though.
Another throw over to first, safe. The umpires got to be feeling a little better about this game than that first game. It had to get hot out there for them.
Fly ball out of
ball.
play.
Heads up.
No one hit the roof right above us. Or did it hit the production truck? I
No,
couldn't tell.
It didn't hit the
I
bridge.
heard the thud. Down to second. They got him at second, but the runner from third scores. So they get the out, but they give up the run.
But we're pretty early in the game, okay? I think probably, I don't know. At least they did get the out.
Yeah, they got one out, but they did give up a run. So that's a second run of the inning. It makes it a 3-2 game.
And they don't have
2
any
strikes.
runners on now.
Or 1 and 2 on Kiner. Ooh, off speed just missed. Evens are up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down. Runner. Nobody on base now.
2-2.
Another foul ball. Ground ball to the third baseman. Let that get over his glove. Ended up the shortstop ended up getting it, but there was no play at first. And Kiner reaches on an infield hit. It'll ring up.
Stepping up to the plate is number 4, Dane Thompson.
Dane Thompson is the hitter. Century 21 Sheets went 1-2-3 in the first inning, but they've come back and made up 2 of the runs so far, Perry. 2 down. That one's high. Ball 1. Century 21 Sheets has 11 players on the roster for the game tonight. Two and 0. Ryan Beaver really looked good in that first inning. He struggled here a little bit in the second. Another one high and inside. Makes it 3-0. Brant Grabowski is on deck. The 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike.
3-1.
Pop up. Center fielder has got it. He's under it. He's got it.
Ball to center field, and he's got
So in the top of the second for Century 21 Sheets, there were 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. No errors, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the second, the score is Mountain States 3, Century 21 Sheets 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Hamilton County Television Sports presentation of Noblesville Babe Ruth Baseball. 13 through 18 group championship game tonight. Championship could be decided this evening. Mountain State can keep this lead or make it bigger. They can end it all tonight and have the championship wrapped up. Misty Ray Central 20th Century 21 Sheets would like to do nothing better than to upset Mountain State Financial tonight to force the final game tomorrow night. If we do have that final game tomorrow night, Terry, you'll be back here with me, I believe, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here on Hamilton County Television. We'll be bringing that game to you. Great to be with you tonight. Thank you for spending your evening. Babe Ruth Baseball on Hamilton County Television.
They got a pitcher warming up down there in Mountain State Financial in the bullpen. I think it's a 3, but I'm not. I think it's Gavin Cox, I think. Score 3-2 here as we're getting started.
That is number 3 in the bullpen warming up.
Which is Gavin Cox is warming up, the center fielder.
Swing and a foul tip.
Now batting number 1, Ozzie Taylor.
Ozzie Taylor, 0-1. Sam Niebel on for his second inning of work.
Ground ball,
Bouncer
that's a
to
tough
third.
one.
That went right over the mitt of the third baseman.
A little blooper there.
Fortunately for Century 21, the shortstop was right there to stop the play. Otherwise,
yeah, Hudson
possibly
Robson.
Ozzie Taylor may have been on second base, but he reaches with a base hit. David Eichenauer steps into the batter's box.
He's going.
The throw is way, way off. Taylor never stopped. He's going to third. That ball is off target on the third, so
Ozzie with a 2-base steal. David Eichenauer.
Ozzie Taylor will give him a stolen base going to second. An error on the throw gets him to third, and he's in scoring position with no outs.
Eichenauer, the batter, he's the left fielder.
Popped up. That's going to be out of play. Ruth here is getting some work.
Yeah, it is.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on up here.
Strike 3 is
Strike
called.
3, got him.
Eichenauer goes down looking.
Strike 3 on Eichenauer, brings up
Michael Scharf steps up to the plate. Foul ball being chased down. That was just barely out of play. Fans sitting down here on the first base side of the field.
They were scattering, weren't they?
Kind of scrambling to get out of the way of that one.
What's the next statement come on? Be careful out there.
Goes as strike 1.
Out play.
Now strike 2 on Sharp. Oh and 2, 1 down, 1 on at third. Another foul ball. 3 fouls in a row.
He just got here.
0-2 again. That one's outside.
1 and 2.
Boy, you talk about a pretty scenery there out over left field, Perry. Look at the sun just
Yeah.
barely glancing off of those low clouds. Isn't that beautiful out there?
Yeah, it sure is.
Another low one. Evens the count, 2 and 2. Nebel gave up 3 runs in the first. Got a runner on third. Ooh, just a little bit outside.
Full count now. He's went from 0-2 to full count.
Yeah, I thought he was going to swing at that, but he checked that just barely in time. Full count. Ball 4. So Michael Scharf is on with a walk.
Full count, and he got him hard. Now batting, number 17, Jaden Brooks.
Jaden Brooks steps up to the plate. 1 out, 2 on. Scharf tapes second on a stolen base. No play on him. Ozzie Taylor on third. Michael Scharf on second. Jaden Brooks at the plate. 2-0.
Ball gets
away.
by.
Here comes Taylor. Will he get in there? He's in. Close play, but Ozzie Taylor managed to slide under the tag of the pitcher, Sam Nebel.
And that moves Scharf to third. Timeout called here by 4-2 now.
And as Barry said, Michael Scharf is on third base.
So you know that one thing about it, Brad, that with runners on first and third, and you steal second, and you got that runner at second base, pass ball, and that runner's all of a sudden is walked, and now in 2 pitches is on third base.
It's a good way to manufacture runs without a hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the meeting at the mound is over. 3-0 on Jaden Brooks. Strike 1 is called. He was taking all the way on that one. Makes it 3-2. Oh, excuse me. I thought he was up there with a 3-1 pitch. Yep.
Yeah,
he thought he struck out. He headed for the dugout. The umpire says, no, you got another pitch left. So now it's a full count.
Got him.
That time he got him. Got him looking. Out number 2. Both of those have come on strikeouts looking. Back to the top of the order. Nick Dalrymple steps in. He hit the first pitch of the game for a solid double. That one's popped up. Pitcher is calling for it. Nebel has got it. So Dalrymple flies out to the pitcher, Nebel. So at the end of 2, 4-2 in favor of Mountain States Financial. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Logan Field. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. Perry, we got a 2-run game here going into the third inning. As Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets will try to get back in this game. They did score 2 in the second inning, but now they're down 4-2.
Change in the lineup here. Now pitching Gavin Cox. He was in center field. It looks like that they just switched places. That looks like Beaver out there in center.
course, one of the rules in Babe Ruth baseball is, Barry, and we're very well aware of it, that all the players have to have a chance to play. You can't just play 9 and leave 2 or 3 on the bench. All of them play.
Yeah, all of them get to bat and play the field.
So Gavin Cox is finishing his warm-up pitches up.
Gavin Cox is pitched 22 innings so far this season. He's 2-0 on the season. Giving up 35 hits, 19 runs. Walked 18.
Of course, the other thing for pitchers is in Babe Ruth, they're of course limited to the number of pitches they can throw in a week. I think we're just about ready to go here. Century 21 sheets will have Grant Grabowski, Liam Fitzgerald, and Sam Niebel coming to bat here in the top of the third. They're down by 2. They did score 2 in the second.
We're now at the top of the third inning here. Gavin Cox is on the mound. Ryan Beavers is now in center field for Mountain State. Time called.
Grabowski down in the, or ahead in the count, 1-0. That one's low, should make it 2-0.
Good luck. Play hard. Focus.
A little bit high, 3-0.
Cox having a little trouble finding a plate right now as he's coming here in the ball game.
Seems to be throwing pretty hard, though.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
The 3-0 pitch.
Ball
That
four,
one's
4
high.
straight balls.
So Grabowski walks on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Liam Fitzgerald. So Century 21's got their first batter on base. No outs.
There's a
Strike
strike.
at the knees on Fitzgerald.
It's always good to get that first strike, Brad.
Cox looked like he was going to throw over to first. Did not go over there. Grabowski not getting a real big there. That one
pass
is
ball.
over the head of Fitzgerald, and Grabowski rounds the base at second. Looks like he might have been antsy and trying to get over to third, but did not get there. So we'll give him second base on a wild pitch. There's a foul ball down the right field side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rather 1 and 2. There's a ground ball, another foul one. Just outside of the reach of the first base coach.
Still 1 and 2.
Barrett, looks like your third inning guest is here already.
Yeah, he's here right on time.
Yeah, early even.
Strike 3, he got him. He was taken all the way.
With the K.
That puts 1 down here in the top of the third.
Top of the third.
Sam Niebel steps up. He struck out looking in the first.
Yeah, we're back at the top of the order here.
There's a pop-up. Looks like the third baseman.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, he lost it in the lights.
He did not see it.
No doubt he lost it in the lights. So Niebel gets a break there. Looked like the third baseman was going to have an easy play on that, but
He didn't see it.
look at that little red sky on those.
Yeah, it's a
red on
pretty
those
sky
clouds
out there.
Beautiful, beautiful evening. Oh, 1-1 on Niebel. That one's high, makes it 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, high again, 2-1. Evens it up at 2-2.
Grabowski's getting a good lead down there at second base.
Grabowski at second. Niebel at the plate. There's a bouncer towards short. They're going to go to first. They get Niebel on the ground out, but on the play, Grabowski moves over to third. Second out of the inning. We'll bring up Hudson Robinson.
Hudson Robinson.
Robinson lined out to the center fielder his last time up. Popped up right over the press box here. Going toward the pool.
No, they didn't get that far. I'm sure the pool had a big day. I'm sure they had a big weekend.
Oh yeah, no doubt. High pop up. Right fielder gets it.
Nice catch by the right fielder out there.
So that's the end of the middle of the third. We're halfway through the third. It's 4-3 in favor of Mountain State Financial. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. Just a moment here. Chris will be joining Perry. Perry, let me switch the microphones here.
Absolutely.
And we'll let you talk to Chris here.
Chris is always good to talk to. Sam Niebel coming back out here on the mound again for Misty Rays Century 21. Brad getting this all hooked up here, ready to go for Chris. Welcome back here.
Thank you, Perry. Glad to be back.
You know, that 13, 15-year-old game ended up a pretty good ball game at the end.
It did.
Got
American
a little
Eagle
excited.
Had a nice little comeback there at the end.
Yeah, sure did.
If I'm not mistaken, they got the, what was that, the tying run on second?
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah, absolutely a good game. And, of course, the play there at home where he thought it was a ball. I mean, he thought it went back, and the umpire thought it was a foul ball. That was a run. They could have made it 9-8. You know, that could have been. But that's the way the ball. I mean, you know, we can't tell here from up here.
Yeah,
if it's a foul ball.
I don't know. Talking to him after the game, he sounded pretty confident it was a foul ball right off his bat, but who knows?
I'm sure there was a few people up there in the stands that probably didn't think.
Believe me, Bear, they actually said something to me about it between games.
Oh,
so
I'm sure.
That's good. No, you were talking about the pool. Yeah, Kim said it was crazy this weekend. She said it was they had a great crowd out this weekend. She said her and her staff did great. I know thanks to Kim and her team, we had a Babe Ruth night out at the pool tonight. So
wow,
they put the game up on the TV for us, the big screen out there, and had a lot of people enjoy it. So, yeah, it was a good night.
Well, you know what? You know, the one thing about it, Chris, and you've lived here for a while, we're very blessed for Forest Park to be close to downtown and very convenient.
Absolutely.
And then we've had a swimming pool and a baseball diamond here forever.
Absolutely. I love hearing all the stories about, you know, the pool and how it used to not be here and how it used to be there, and, you know, where the baseball field was. It's pretty even amazing. We had an umpire come out here for a high school game this year and said he played on this field in the 60s.
I'm sure.
And it was just, you know, he's like, man, I haven't seen this. And he didn't see the back diamond, so we took him back there to show the history. Oh, nice play by Thompson. Oh, that's a good play, though.
Yeah.
It's a tough op. Dane last year was on that Bridgeway team that he helped influence a lot of those kids. So Dane was on that Bridgeway team last year. Yeah, we had a good game here between Concannon and Knievel here.
You kind of expected that. You got two good coaches here.
Two great coaches, two senior-laden teams out here. A lot of the kids on both teams are seniors, so pretty good matchup here of kids.
He's going.
Yeah, what a beautiful night. Hey, you know, you were talking about the lights and kind of the skyline there. I want to thank Gaylor. They recently came out and helped us secure a free donation for a forklift, and they got some of the lights donated and just charged us for the time and everything. So that Monty and the team over at Gaylor did a really nice job coming out and taking care of us on the lights. So one to thank that team over there at Gaylor. They did a great job helping us out. And I think every single one of our lights are on right now, so they look great.
You know, that's the one good thing, Chris, about this community. I mean, there's a lot of people here, but it's still a good old hometown community.
Absolutely.
And that goes a long ways.
Oh, nice pickoff move.
Nice.
Nice pickoff move.
Yeah.
Knievel's quick. Man, Santa's one of those guys, too. Perry, he is always around the plate. He doesn't throw hard, but he stays around the plate. He's almost infuriating. He's Greg Maddox-like. He doesn't throw hard, but, man, he throws a lot of strikes.
Look what I caught there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good crowd tonight, both games.
Very good
really.
crowd tonight. Love, you know, we try to do a good job posting on some social media channels.
We try to share it all we can.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We
the
try
guy
to send out emails to our parents and let.
No.
What a great move.
Yeah,
he had him dead to rights.
He sure did.
Isaac just missed it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's you were talking about new dugouts and everything. It'd be nice to get those, but.
Yeah, we talked about expanding them out. I mean, there's a couple different ways we're going to talk about trying to do that. So, lights are on our list, dugouts are on our list, and just, you know, continuing to invest in the field here. I mean, just with the dirt we have and trying to figure out how to keep that teardrop from keep forming out there. We actually rebuilt the mound earlier this year, and we had some new sod out there. It didn't last as long as we wanted to. We'll take care of that in the fall. But, again, what Scott Heinley and his team have done has just simply amazing. I love the pictures. Look at that picture right there,
beautiful.
Perry.
That's beautiful.
One of our viewers, Brian Snyder. Thank you, Brian, for sending that in. That's just a beautiful picture there. So,
certainly.
And I love it. Look at Blades there.
Yeah.
Good friend of ours,
Blades Audio Video.
Brian Cleverly, working over there. Good supporter of our program.
Certainly is.
Him and his wife, Sarah. She's, I think, a sponsor on some of your broadcasts.
Yes, she is. Wonderful.
Sarah's a great board member. She's our treasurer over here. Does a great job following her.
Keeps you straight, you know.
Always keeps me straight. Always keeps me straight. Following in her dad's footsteps is what she's doing. Her dad used to do the same thing. So.
Now let's talk a little bit about, this fall ball coming up here. You got open enrollment on that now.
We do. So we'll start fall ball around, let's see what it is here. I think it's third weekend in August. So we'll start fall ball. Looks like August 18th is when 17th and 18th is when we'll start fall ball. So we do it a little different for, oh, what a great hit up the middle by Nate Harvey. Scores a run there. Nice RBI by Nate. So we will have 2 leagues in the fall. So we have a middle school league, which is going to be 7th and 8th graders. We do it a little different in the fall. 7th and 8th graders, and then we'll have a high school league in the fall, just so we stay compliant with IHSAA rules for all those kids. That wonderful rule of 5 rule that I hate that the IHSAA puts in place. But nice hit by, was that Beaver there? Yeah, yep. Nice single by Beaver. Puts runners on first and second with 1 out. So we'll do a middle school league. We'll do a high school league. It's really good, especially for those kids that are going to start entering 7th grade, so they can start getting used to this bigger field. Yeah. Start seeing that, especially for those kids that are going to be playing middle school ball here in the county. And start getting used to that BB core bat, that drop 3 bat. It's, a little different than those
yes, it is.
USSSA bats that sometimes are drop 5, drop 10 for them, so they'll get a chance to do that. So we'll do a 7th and 8th grade league, and then we'll do the high school league. So we've got it open to any boys that want to participate. This year we are not going to do a travel league. At this point, we're just going to do it open rec, open for anybody, so anybody can come out and play. We'll match up kids, especially in the fall. We try to do it where if you want to play with your neighbor, you want to play with your buddies, we'll put teams together that way. It'll be a lot looser in fall. And then we'll play right before we head out on fall break in October. We'll get probably wow. What a great bunt by Pierce.
Great bunt there.
Pierce, if you remember last year, Perry, he is the one that hit the home run.
That's right. And you know what? I was somewhere, and I hit a store or something. He goes, "Did you broadcast our game last year?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I was the one that hit that home run."
That's Ethan Pierce right there on first base. He's the one that hit it in the second night. They came out of the losers bracket and won last year. So
that's great.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll be open up to anybody in middle school or high school. And like I said, if they want to get a hold of us, they can go to our website, NoblesvilleBabeRuthBaseball.com. They can also get a hold of me. They can subscribe to our Facebook pages, Instagram, or Twitter. We'll have it on there, so you can just Google us, and you'll find us somehow, some way.
That's one thing you said. I always loved fall ball here, okay? Because it's a relaxed atmosphere. You're not practicing all the time. You're just having fun.
You get to play with your buddies.
It's sandlot backyard baseball like it used to be, only a little bit more organized.
Yeah, and, especially that kid that never gets to pitch.
Yeah.
He tries to get to pitch in the fall, or the kid that wants to try catching. They get a chance to do that. Some kids get to try some new positions. So we try to have some fun with it, be a little competitive, but we'll have a small single elimination tournament the last weekend. Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, runners out, first base is occupied. I love the hustle, though.
The one thing
2 outs on the strikeout, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Strikeout there, we got 2 outs.
That's the one thing I love about that is that opportunity. And in the 7th and 8th grade, especially in that 7th, 8th grade kids, there may be a kid that has blossomed and he gets, they never look at him to go on the mound, and he gets to go on the mound. And
you know who I always tell about with that story? You remember our good friend Ben Yoder on Keever's staff now, right?
Yes, Ben.
So Ben, pitched varsity at Noblesville, went on to Anderson University.
Sure did.
I had Ben when he was 12 years old out here for fall ball, one of my first years. And Ben was maybe 3'6" at the time.
Really?
At 12 years old, and man, soaking wet. Perry, I bet he weighed 45 pounds soaking wet. Like, he was just the scrawniest little thing.
He's not now.
And he is not. He's what, 6'3", 6'4" now?
Yeah.
Like, grown man. I got to see him at the high school game. Was so glad to see Ben and see him out here. But you talk about that was a kid that he had time to develop And I mean, I think he was a kid that didn't really even start playing travel until he was 16, right? He grew into his body, started throwing more for the high school, and a program like this still gave him a chance to play, to kind of work some of those things out. I remember Ben coming out here and throwing for the first time. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get it all the way to the plate, right? But, he got to learn and do some of those things. So I was really, really proud of him for being able to do that kind of stuff. So.
And I'll tell you what, working with Justin Keever, he's turned out to be a pretty dang good coach now, too. So
yeah, he
can
has
learned a lot there. Because that Noblesville High School baseball staff is loaded with good coaches.
Loaded with good coaches, loaded with good talent, good administration. I met the AD for the first time this past year.
Run score here.
Uh-oh, here we go. Wild pitch.
Yep. Sam's getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated by the strike zone. He thinks he's getting squeezed a little bit. I think he's been pretty consistent, though, back there. Nick does a good job. Nick's a varsity umpire, does a lot of stuff out here. But no, yeah, we encourage all those kids, especially those kids coming up from NYB or
because that's a big jump. From the NYB field to this field is a big jump for a 12-year-old.
It's very funny too. We have to warn some of those 12-year-olds. Perry, they're so used to sliding on that turf.
Oh yeah.
That turf, it kind of carries you into the base. Yeah. You get here,
it'll stop.
And it's just funny. Those 12-year-olds, they play the first fall game, and they're about 2 feet short of the base, and they can't understand why, because they played on turf their whole career, and so they get up here on this dirt. It's just really funny watching them do that. But no, we'll have a bunch of those kids out here, so really excited to see them for their first time and get involved in our program. We've got a great relationship with our friends over at NYB. They do an amazing job over there promoting youth baseball. And what a great catch by Sam right up the middle. So
big play. Nice play, Sam.
But no, we appreciate all they do to bring kids to play baseball, and how they've grown that place over there over the past couple of years. It's just been really amazing. So
Absolutely.
They're getting new scoreboards out there.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be really a good game changer for them. It's going to look really add something to their facility.
Because you got, the facilities look really good, but those scoreboards are one of those scoreboards that the drink company usually gave it to you in the old days, like a Pepsi or
Coke, or Pepsi or Coke.
They'd give you a scoreboard.
They don't do that anymore. I asked Gary. I asked back
They
in the
laugh.
day.
Probably the people you deal with didn't even know what the heck you were talking about.
Well, no, she's like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, okay, Perry, you don't get what you don't ask for.
Yeah, you
don't get what you don't ask for. So.
Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. And again, I just want to say thank you to you guys, Jim down the truck. You guys, appreciate you guys coming out and supporting our league. And like I said, I know you guys share us all the time on social media. NYSA, you guys help us out. And like I said, appreciate what you guys do with NYSA. I think we probably are just scratching the surface what we can do with everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
In one
I mean,
organization.
the big success story is what we talked about the last time about us being able to help the softball program.
Absolutely. Still got to find a permanent home for them. But
but we're working on that.
Yeah, we're working on that. But I think the schools, it worked out good for them this year, wasn't it?
Well, and you know what? In 3 to 5 years, when they go to their own facilities, it's going to help them a lot, and it's going to help the schools because now they have ball diamonds at all these schools, which they didn't have.
Absolutely.
I mean, they had them, but
there wasn't nothing
it's
funny.
I
was going to the bank a couple of weeks ago for Babe Ruth and drove by North Middle School, and those kids were out there playing kickball right on a field. So they kind of have that and be able to use that. And again, special thanks to the school system for allowing them to do that. And I know the middle schools and doing all that. Joan does an amazing job. She helps us. She helps all these schools, all these organizations.
It's amazing what she can do.
Scheduling, all that stuff. I mean, what Joan does, I really, really appreciate.
And people like her. When you have a job like that, most people don't like it. You know what I mean?
No, she's
But Joan
great.
is really a good.
No, I appreciate all that work she's done. Luckily, this year we didn't have to use any of their diamonds, but she's always there to help us.
Absolutely.
So we use it for our evaluations over at the gym, and then sometimes if we have too many rainouts, luckily We didn't have the R word. I don't use the R word until the season's over. We
Yeah.
don't use the R word until August around here, Perry.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
That word doesn't go in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
But again, thank you. I'll let you guys get back to your
All
normal
right.
scheduled program. And I just want to say, last thing for me, thank you to all the sponsors that made this possible this year, and especially thank you to all of our board members. I want to say all their names on here just real quick. So I want to say thank you to Sean Beaver, Brian Snyder, Dave Mitchell, Dave Kenyon, Eli Haskett, Jeremiah Brown, who just won the championship a couple minutes ago, Mark Kelly, Mindy Dalrymple, Mike Concannon, Sarah Cleverly, we talked about her, Scott Heinley, we talked about him and the great job he does with the fields, Scott Springer, Sean Walters, and Thomas Harper. So just want to thank those guys and gals and all their hard work that they do for us. So
Thanks a lot.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. We'll
Appreciate
see
it.
you soon. Okay?
All right, see ya. Gavin Kenyon is the plate here. Score 6-2. Gavin Cox on the mound here. I want to thank Chris Thomas for doing such a great job here on the broadcast and everything. We appreciate it. Appreciate what they do, and that board, those board people he just named. That's a good group of people. That's a good group of people that is on that board. They've done a lot for Noblesville youth, and we appreciate it. Kenyon with a long shot out in right field. Made the catch. What a catch out there in right field. Wow. What a catch. That was a great catch out in right field. I'm trying to catch his number there.
Got back just in time for a great shot.
That shot was to the wall. Gavin Kenyon got all of that. In the shadows there. That's a tough catch out there, Brad.
It was.
Nick Flutter was out there in right field. What a catch.
We got two down here in the fourth.
Gavin Cox seems to be settling down a little bit in this inning, Brad. He had kind of a difficult start, which, you know, that happens. Ooh.
Little inside. 3-0.
Here I bragged on Cox, and he's gone 3-0 now. You get it back. Now it's 3-0. No, it's.
That one gets away. They have to make the play at first. They do. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Century 21 Sheets here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Score remains Mountain State Financial 6, Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
We're back here at Forest Park here. The score Mountain State 6 and Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets is 2. Been a pretty good ball game though, the 16-18-year-old division. Brad, it ended up being a beautiful night here now. We got
Certainly
pretty good.
Is.
Nice little breeze here.
Well, while you guys gave me a little break, I took a few pictures of the sunset.
Yeah. There were people sending Chris a bunch of pictures of the sunset that were sitting up there in the stands.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's
absolutely beautiful.
It's good to know, and this is you don't get to see atmosphere with the trees around and all the things, a park-like setting. You don't get to see many of those anymore.
It's always nice when you go to the schools and the parks and they've got brand new facilities. But Perry, there's something to be said for the foliage around this park that is just exceptional.
Yeah.
And most of the parks that have been around for a number of years, we do a lot of games at Dunker Field.
Yeah.
They got that beautiful, beautiful tree-lined outfield, and you don't see that as much, often. And I was out of Plainfield the other day and saw their beautiful new baseball stadium that they've been playing at for a little while, and boy, that is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that or not, but it's one of the nicest high school football.
But I do know all those schools down in South Indianapolis, and they're really up in the game down there.
Yeah, they
Some
are.
of those schools, and they're growing like crazy. I watched a little basketball this past weekend on the girls' side. Greensburg is going to be a very, very talented girls basketball team coming up. An old school that used to be great. In fact, had the first Miss Basketball in Judy Warren. Warsaw has got a
bounces
good
that
team.
one to second, over to first, and he's retired.
Sam Keebolt's pitched a
Jaden
very
Brooks.
good. Has pitched a very good game out
Yes,
here.
he has.
He struggled a little bit,
Now
but
batting number 17, Jaden Brooks.
Got himself in a little bit of trouble there in the third, but managed to get out of it. Only gave up 2 runs. Six to 2 in favor of Mountain State right now. Jaden Brooks at the plate. One evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Little bit low, 2-1.
I'll tell you what, this Mountain State team, those first 6 batters that they have on this Mountain State team is a good, solid. They can hit the ball well. I'll tell you what, that shot by Gavin Kenyon in the last inning was a heck of a shot down the right field. It was caught by Dalrymple.
3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Both these teams have put the bat on the ball so far in this game.
They sure have.
Swing and a miss, got him on the off speed. 2 are down here in the bottom of the 4th. Back to the top of the order, Nick Dalrymple steps in. He took the first pitch of Mountain State's first at bat in the bottom of the 1st and drilled a 2-run, or rather double. Ended up scoring the first run of the game. Ball 1.
Like I said, he made a heck of a catch out there, too.
That one gets by the catcher, evens it up. Rather makes, I'm sorry, doesn't even it up, makes it 1-0. Is that going to go up? Out of the park. Right back toward our production truck. It did hit the truck.
It did hit the truck.
Dalrymple gets everything into that one. Center fielder going back. Looks like he's there. Drops
He dropped it.
I don't know if that's another case where he might have lost it in the lights there, but I thought
he had it in the glove.
Yeah, I thought he did too. But Dalrymple is on second base. They're calling that an error. Knee 8. 2 down, 1 on. Popped up foul again.
Ball out of play. Heads
This is
up.
Gavin Cox.
I love this park out here, but they got to lose a lot of baseballs.
I'll bet they do with the woods around here.
And the creek and the swimming pool. And
But I noticed they got a very high fence
yeah, they
around
put
the
that.
pool to keep the ball
Yeah,
from hitting somebody in the pool.
Yeah, they did that this in early spring.
6-2, Mountain State's ahead. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's a pop-up. That's going to go out of play again. And we'll hit the shed back
Yeah,
there.
the one thing about that fence that they put up there to keep baseballs from going in the swimming pool, that was a partnership of the pools, the Babe Ruth, and the city of Noblesville. So
Nice to see them working together.
yeah, absolutely.
0-2.
Nice pitch right
It's
there.
the inside corner for strike 3, and that ends the bottom of the 1st. No runs, no hits, and 1 left on the bases. 6-4 in favor of Mountain State Financial. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Logan Field. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams, our producer, director. Mr. Everything tonight is down in the truck, that being Jim Wofford. Thanks to Jim. He's doing about triple or 4 times duty tonight, Perry, isn't he? He's pushing more buttons and pulling more things and trying to figure out more things and looking at more networks and IP addresses and things that you can shake a stick at. I don't know how the man does it all, but he does, and does a tremendous job at it. But we'd like to thank him for his technical expertise, getting this venture on the air this evening, and in spite of some rather, I would say, I'm not going to call them adverse weather conditions, but
It was warm.
it's hot. it's still warm, but obviously not as bad as it was several hours ago.
Yeah.
And poor Jim, he's got his winter coat out there
yeah,
trying to
'cause
keep
he's-
all that equipment cool.
He's got that air conditioning in
He's
there.
got air conditioning in there.
But good
Temperature's
for
down
him,
to
man.
82 degrees right now.
Jim, I hope that air conditioning continues to work come fair time. That's true.
No doubt about it. But once again, thanks to Jim Wofford for everything he does for making our job a lot easier, and for the
and
for the
for
people here in
and for
Central
all
Indiana.
because that truck of his, he's spent a lot of money on that van, and it's fixed up pretty nice in there, Brad. And
Yeah.
All right.
You like old time movies, Perry?
In the park.
Go on down to the park Friday night and watch Sabrina. I believe that's the title of it. Shelter number one. 9:15 p.m. Be there or be square.
That's right.
Jim will be there. He'd like to meet and greet you.
With
We're
a
moving into
smiling
the top of the
face.
5th. Century 21 Sheet steps in for their 5th at bat. This is Connor White at the plate. White walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Fouled that one back. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 to White. A little bit
Ooh.
inside. Kind of had a little
It
back
was-
off there.
It
The
had to
ball's on
be
the strike.
inside because it looked good. Waist high, right
Yeah,
in there.
it was about waist high. Another foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, the umpiring's been really good tonight.
They've done a great job tonight. They probably had the toughest set of circumstances of anybody in this complex tonight.
Especially behind the plate.
Swing and a miss. White goes down swinging. 1 down here, top of the 5th.
And now we got another White. This is Carson White, right?
Yep, Carson White steps in. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Another one inside for ball 1. Exactly 10 o'clock. I remember as a child growing up in Chicago, the 10 o'clock news used to start. The first thing they'd say, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
Had the curfews back in those days. Another swing and a miss. Did he go or not? No, he did not.
The Baseball College World Series is going on right now, and the first game today, elimination game, Florida knocked out North Carolina State 5-4. So
there's a pop-up coming back toward us.
So
Will
Florida lives another day in the World Series.
Got him on the inside corner. Strike 3 called.
I'll tell you what, Gavin Cox came in and struggled a little bit in the beginning, but he's been really tough these last couple innings.
Isaac Keener steps up. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning. 2nd inning was the only thing that so far Misty Ray Central 21 Sheets has been able to do anything. They scored both of their runs in that inning. It's a little low for ball 1. 3 batters went to the plate for him in the 1st inning. 4 batters in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. This is the 3rd in the 5th. 2-0. Pitching for Mountain State has been pretty good this evening.
Yeah.
One little bit of a rough inning there in the 2nd. That one's outside. 3-0 on Isaac Kiner.
Yeah, because Beaver pitched really good the 1st inning. I mean, he was 3 up, 3 down. Then he struggled that 2nd, and then they bring in Cox, and Cox struggled a little bit his 1st inning, but then these last 2 innings, he's really looked good.
Another foul ball. Makes it to a full count. Six strikeouts so far from Mountain Financial.
Ooh.
There's a walk. Keener. Dane Thompson steps up to the plate for his 2nd at bat. Flew out to the center fielder his 1st time up. Big swing and a miss on a knee-high fastball. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. Thompson looks a little anxious up there, Perry.
Yeah.
Got a runner on first, 2 down. Fouled back,
ball.
still 0-2. We're in the top of the 5th. Got about 35 more minutes of playing time remaining.
Got him.
Strike 3 is called.
Nice pitch right
Thompson
there.
goes down looking for the third out of the inning. So in the top of the fifth, for Century 21 Sheets, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the fifth, it's Mountain State's Financial 6, Century 21 Sheets 2. You're watching the County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Oh. We're back here at Forest Park for the championship game of the 16, 18-year-old city tournament here. Mountain State Insurance leading 6-2 over Misty Ray's Century 21 Sheets. Still on the mound is Sam Nebel. He's went the distance here. It's a pretty good ball game so far.
Mountain State's going to send their 3, 4, and 5 hitters in their lineup up here in the bottom of the fifth. That'll be Brian DeMann, Nate Harvey, and Ryan Beaver.
Nebel struck out 8 tonight in 4 innings so far and only walked 2. Giving up 10 hits though. But Mountain State's a good hitting ball club. We got 10 hits here in the ball game.
So we're ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth. Mountain State Financial. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Brian DeMann.
Ryan DeMann at the plate, starting the bottom of the fifth here.
Bouncer to short. Nice scoop job there. Was he on the bag or not? He was. It almost looked like Gavin Kenyon was going to be pulled off the bag on that, but he did manage to keep his foot on there and did manage to retire Brian DeMann. Shortstop this first. That's 1 down here in the bottom of the fifth. Nate Harvey steps in. He's 2 for 2, a couple singles in this game so far. Did score a run in the 3rd inning. Starts him with an off-speed pitch. Misses. 1-0. Two and 0. Always interesting to see, Perry, that first pitch that the pitcher throws to a new batter to see, is he going to start with a fastball, try something breaking or off speed or whatever it is.
Yep, you're right.
2-1 on Harvey. Kind of sets the tone for the rest of the at-bat. Two 2-1. Evens it up at 2-2. Nice off-speed pitch there. Ground ball to short, bobbled. Will they be able to make the play? No. Shortstop knocked that down, but could not recover in time to get the first in time, Perry. So Mountain State has got a runner on first with 1 out.
Ryan Beaver, the batter. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Beaver grounded right back to the pitcher in the first inning. Had a base hit in the third. Get some instructions from the third base coach. First pitch to Beaver, he pops that one up. I don't think anybody knew where that one went, especially the catcher. He was trying to find that. I think he probably lost it in the lights there. I don't know if there would have been a play on that, but it was not out of the stadium. So Beaver gets a break, ends up at strike one. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. 6-2 lead for Mountain State Financial. That one's outside. Broke for second, but got about halfway down there, and
well, they pitched out.
Nate Harvey turned right around and came back. They did throw down to second. Pitcher and catcher having a little bit of a conversation there. You wonder on a situation like that, Perry, if they're not talking about a signal to throw down to first or throw to second. 1-1 the count. Now 2-1. Ryan Beaver at the plate. Nate Harvey on first. One down here. Bottom of the fifth. Over to first. Harvey just managed to get in there ahead of that one. Ground ball scooped up by third baseman. One down at second. They get the force out, so they do get the lead runner. That was a hot shot to the third baseman there, Perry.
Yeah, nice play.
So Nate Harvey is put out at second base for the second out of the inning. Beaver will reach on a fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Ethan Pierce. Throw down. Did he get back in time? Yes, he did. He overslid the base, and it was kind of a mess out there because the second baseman who had the ball was trying to get back to the base to try to tag him, and at the same time, Ryan Beaver, who overslid the base to the left of the base, was trying to get back there, and finally Beaver beat it out. He's on second. Swing and a miss for a strike.
Two outs.
0-2 on Pierce, two down. Little bit high and inside, makes it 1-2. That one's fouled back. Ryan Beaver on second in scoring position. Little over 25 minutes left in the clock in this game. High fly ball to left field.
He got it.
Fading back. He's got it. So Pierce
solid
flies
hit,
out
though.
to the left fielder for the third out of the inning. So in the bottom of the fifth, for Mountain State Financial, there's no runs, one hit, no errors, one left on the bases. At the end of five, it's Mountain State 6, Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Logan Field in Forest Park in Noblesville, Indiana. It's Noblesville Babe Ruth Tournament Week. Glad to have you with us tonight here on Hamilton County Television. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams, along with our producer-director Jim Wofford. I'd like to also thank the staff out here. They've done just a tremendous job at accommodating us, getting us information that we needed to help us along the way with this broadcast. And great group of people out here from Noblesville Babe Ruth, Perry.
Absolutely. They do an outstanding job.
I was kind of eavesdropping on your chat there with Mark. Always interesting to hear you two talk.
Chris, yeah.
Did I say Mark? I meant Chris.
Chris Tomlin. Yeah, he's a good guy. I always enjoy talking to him. And he's so enthusiastic about
yes, he is.
This program out here. And he's always, it's not all about him. He's always thanking all the people. And
well, it's good to see that enthusiasm, Perry, because that rubs off on all the people that are around him.
Absolutely.
The other teams, the coaches, the players, and that. If they they hear a positive attitude coming from the man at the top of the heap, that always helps out.
Certainly does.
We're moving to the 6th inning. Misty Ray, Century 21 Sheets, with Brant Grabowski coming up to the plate. Grabowski has walked so far in this game.
First pitch for a strike.
Of the 5 innings we've gone through so far, Century 21 Sheets has sent 3 to the plate in 3 of those innings. Ball and a strike on Grabowski. There's another strike called, 1-2. Gavin Cox seems to be getting stronger as the evening goes on.
Yeah, he's done a fine job out here.
Foul tip. Count will remain at 1-2.
Brad, that first game was very uncomfortable out here, but this last game has been pretty nice, much better. Yeah, sun went by.
Strike 3 is called.
I'll tell you what, Cox is throwing some good pitches right now.
Liam Fitzgerald steps up to the plate. His second at bat of the evening.
He's thrown 55 pitches so far, Brad. 34 for strikes.
Not a bad ratio.
Struck out 7 so far.
Ball 1 on Liam Fitzgerald. Back to the top of the order after this. It'll be Sam Neeple. That one hit the corner of the plate. 1-1.
That was a breaking ball, man. He was ducking like crazy, wasn't he?
They had a lot of break to it. Now 1-2. Nope. Is that strike 3?
No.
Nope, it's 1-2. Okay. That's what I had. I thought I had 1-2. Fitzgerald turned around and was walking away from the plate like he'd struck out at first.
Got him.
Now he got him.
Second out.
Second out of the inning. Both of them courtesy of the strikeout. We're back at the top of the order for Misty Ray Century 21 sheet. Sam Niebel is up there.
And Gavin Cox gets his 8th strikeout.
Niebel is struck out looking and grounded to short. 2 down here. Top of the 6th. He just seems to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, Perry. He's just blowing it right by him.
Strike 2.
Strike 2.
He is definitely in the zone.
He has only thrown 2 balls in this inning so far. Everything else has been strikes. Boy, the roofs around this place have gotten a workout tonight.
Yeah, they certainly have.
2 outs, nobody on. 0-2. And Sam Niebel. The 0-2 pitch, a little bit low. Makes it 1-2. I think Cox was seeing if Niebel would be willing to try to go after something out of the zone, but he did not. What do they call that, a wasted pitch? That was a nice pitch, but Niebel managed to get just enough on it to foul it back. Still a little warm out here, but not
no, not like it
nearly
was,
like
man.
it was several hours ago. Not with that sun was beating down.
Oh,
There's
base
a
hit
drive
right
into,
there. He's
left
going
field.
for
That
2.
one's going to go toward the left field corner. Niebel's going to try to make it 2, and he's going to be into second base standing up. Well hit ball by Sam Niebel there.
Yeah.
On a 1-2 count. Give him a 2-base hit.
I'll tell you what, that was a big hit there because Cox has really been in his zone out there on the mound. Good solid hit.
I've got Misty Ray with only 3 hits on the game so far. Ground ball to short, makes the stop. Not going to be a play. Looks like the shortstop lost the ball. He had it, knocked it down. And I don't know if he dropped it out of his glove or just couldn't get it out of the glove, but all of a sudden, Misty Ray Century 21 sheets has got 2 runners on.
You got to think this.
1 on first, 1 on third.
You got to think that with this is the top of the order that for Misty Ray Century 21.
This is number 3 batter, Struck. Here's a ground ball to short. This one ought to be an easy out. It is. So in the top of the 6th for Misty Ray Century 21 sheets, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases. Middle of the 6th, the score remains Mountain States Financial 6, Misty Ray Century 21 sheets 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Welcome back to Logan Field. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams on what has been an adventure in broadcasting tonight, Perry, I would say. You know, we run into some adverse conditions now and then, especially with some of the outdoor sports here, but I really want to thank Jim Wofford for getting this whole thing together today, because it took a lot of work on his part in that, and also the staff here. they've just done a tremendous job here of getting this field ready and hosting this tournament. And, you know, we also had the pleasure of being right above the hamburger grill. Now, for a couple good old boys like you and I that have obviously not missed very many meals.
You're right about that. We probably should have missed a few.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But the one thing about it, I will have to say they smelled good, and they brought us up one, and they were good.
They were excellent.
So I highly recommend Noblesville Babe Ruth hamburgers.
They cater parties.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that hot dog the hot dog. I didn't have one, but they were nice size.
I didn't have a hot dog either, but they certainly look good.
Jim, did you have a hot dog?
So it was 3 hamburgers to no hot dogs for the Hamilton County Television crew tonight. Well, I had a hot dog for lunch. That's why I went with a hamburger today. Being an old Chicago guy, I know what a good hot dog is.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those that likes all that stuff on it. Just a little bit of bun, a little bit of ketchup, and I'm happy. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th. Mountain States will bring the 7, 8, and 9 batters up in their order. Josh Malik will step in first. Pops that up. Will there be a play? First baseman is going after it.
He's got
just barely in foul territory. First baseman makes the catch.
Gavin Kenyon made the catch over there.
Good job.
1 out in the bottom.
1 down. That'll bring up Ozzie Taylor.
Ozzie Taylor.
Looking forward to the top of the 7th for Century 21 Sheets. They'll have their 4, 5, and 6 batters coming up. Ozzie Taylor getting some instructions from the coaching staff. As I was saying, the 4, 5, and 6 batters for Century 21 Sheets coming up in the top of the 7th will be Gavin Kenyon, Nick Flederer, and Connor White. Not sure what we got going on here. If we had some kind of an injury or coming over here toward the side. Let's see if we can see what's going on down there.
Oh, I think that's his pitches. He's
oh, the pitch count.
What a game.
Okay.
What a game did Sam Nebel pitch here tonight.
Yes, he has. I thought maybe at first somebody might have been injured, but then forgot about pitch count.
Yeah. Yeah, he threw 105 pitches. I don't know what.
So it looks like Hudson Robinson is going to go to the mound to pitch.
He was a shortstop, right? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, he was.
You know, they shift these guys around so much in these games. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to keep track of them. Don't forget, coming up Friday night at Forest Park. Movie night in the park.
Movies from the 50s.
Yeah, the golden era of movies. That movie will start, I believe we're at right on 9:15 or so.
Yeah, is that correct, Jim?
Jim, you can correct. And Jim has got some new projection equipment and all kinds of improvements for the outdoor movies this season, but right here in Forest Park, so if you get a chance. Well, we're going to move up to the 60s in a Doris Day movie coming up a week from Friday.
And that'll be the last movie of the season.
Yeah, that'll be the last movie of the season, but I can remember my mother singing Que Sera Sera, the old Doris Day song from many, many years ago. She loved that song.
Jim, you want him to come out and sing that song for you?
You want anybody else to show up? Oh, well. New pitcher is on the mound, facing Ozzie Taylor.
2 balls, 1 strike on the batter.
There's a foul ball, makes it 2-2 on Taylor. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. There's another foul ball down by the bullpen. You know, unfortunately, my mother suffered from Alzheimer's, Perry. But as she got older, I would play that song for her.
And she
would sing right along with it, and she remembered every cotton picking word to that old Doris Day song. Amazing. 1-2. Strike 3 is called. Ozzie Taylor goes down on strikes. Second out of the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up David Eichenauer.
Now batting, David Eichenauer.
Eichenauer is 0 for 2. Got a line out back to the pitcher and struck out looking. High pop up into short right field. Right fielder's there. He's got it. So we are through 6 as of right now. It's Mountain State Financial 6, Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets 2. We're going into the 7th. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Logan Field. Noblesville Babe Ruth Championship Week. Right now, the Mountain State Financial team, ahead of the Misty Ray Century 21 Sheets team, 6-2, going into the top of the 7th.
Brad, we're going to get this ball game in.
Yes, we are. We're going to get all 7 innings in. Of course, what we're talking about is we're not talking about rain or anything. We're just talking about the time limit. The 2-hour time limit that we have.
You have to work tomorrow, Brad?
Yes, I do.
All you parents that
But I don't have to be at work until almost 7:30, so it'll be a short night after the shower when I get home.
big shout out to our groundskeeping crew tonight, Travis and Sean. All the help downstairs in the concession stand, Chris Thomas and the board,
But you can take a nap.
and Perry and Brad over here in the broadcast booth, broadcasting live.
Yeah.
So Century 21 Sheets has got their 4, 5, and 6 batters coming up.
Big shout out to the umpire crew. You got Nick out there behind the plate. Wayne on second. Elise on third.
Gavin Cox still on the mound for Mountain State. Gavin Kenyon stepping in, the first batter to face him in this inning.
If you can remember the last time he was up, he hit a long shot to right field.
Yep.
It was caught out there with.
We thought that was going to either be out of here or over everybody's head, but As it turned out, the right fielder made a very nice play on it. Ball 1 to Kenyon.
And Gavin Kenyon leading things off.
Still a lot of people here at 10:30 in the evening. Ball 2.
He's probably not going to give him much of a pitches, though. Ooh. Ball 3, 3-0.
Century 21 Sheets needs some runs here. There's a high pop-up.
Right
Over
field.
to the right side.
That's out of play.
That's out of play. Strike 1.
3-1.
Nick Flederer on deck. There's a shot down the right field line. Caught.
Caught. He
Another
caught it.
great play out there in right field on Gavin Kenyon. He's feeling the frustration. I think he thought he had extra bases on that, Perry. And
Excellent play in right field.
that's 1 down. Nick Flederer steps to the plate.
Flederer at the plate.
He's walked.
Oh, wow,
bounced
that
over
took-
the shortstop. That's one of those, Perry, that
Took that
absolutely.
bad hop.
Yep, nothing you can do about that.
No, he was down on the ball. He was just
Went
blessed.
right over it.
Those are the kind of things that sometimes come up and hit you right in the mouth, so he's kind of lucky there.
Connor White steps to the plate. He struck out and walked. Swing and a miss by White. Brother Carson is on deck. White scored one of the 2 runs. Just past the second baseman. And Century 21 Sheets is going to have runners at first and third with 1 out.
Runners at first and third with 1 out. His brother Carson White, number 8, at the plate.
Second hit of the inning. Carson White at the plate. Carson White with is 1
First
for
pitch,
2.
first strike.
Held up in the swing, but got called for the strike. One's a little high, evens up the count at 1-1.
Yep, 1-1.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Perry, you know, in spite of being a little tad bit warm this evening, certainly has been enjoyable spending the evening with you and
We appreciate
Jim and
it.
being able to bring people
Got him.
baseball. Did they get him?
No.
Nope, the ball got away.
Run scores.
1 run scores. Connor White advances to second on a stolen base.
Out on Carson White.
Lederer does score the
Makes it
3rd
60.
run of the game
With 2 outs.
for the 4 Century 21 Sheets. Pop up. This should do it. First baseman has got it.
He's got it.
And that
That's
will
the ball
do it.
game.
Perry, your thoughts on this game?
Well, you know, the big difference was Gavin Cox coming in here and after 2 innings and actually pitched lights out. He just gave up.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Once again, we'd like to thank our entire Hamilton County Television sports crew tonight. That consists of Jim Wofford. He did everything for us tonight. Did a great job.
We just sat up here and talked.
Yeah, we got to sit up here and talk. But on behalf of my partner, Perry Williams, I'm Brad Silbert. Good night from Noblesville.
Tonight.